Yes.
Do you want to talk about it?
I'll talk about it. Hey YouTube, YCS7 here with, what's your name?
Anuraag Dallas.
Okay, he is playing an interesting build that, what do you call this deck actually?
It's called V-Hero, based off a post in Duelist Grounds by Victor, and it was named after him. It's a combination of Rabbit and Heroes to basically pump out big monsters, use the best cards in the game, Logi and Dolka, to win the game as fast as possible.
Okay, let's get started.
So we have 3 tour guides saying it, obvious. Rescue Rabbit, again, premise of the deck. 3 Kabazals. Here's where it gets fun. 3 Sparkman. So I'll go ahead and put these over there. 3 Sparkman, a Stratos, Ice Edge, Alias. And then for hand traps, I have 3 Effect Veiler and the 1 Gores. Spells, you have your staples. You've got Pot of Avarice, Darkhold, Reborn, Heavy, Book. I run the Forbidden set, so that's 2 Chalice and 3 Lance. Rhoda and E-Call. Miracle Fusion and Fusion Gate. It's an amazing card. I'll explain.
Let me go ahead and ask you something.
Sure.
I hate to jump in here. Why Fusion Gate?
So really what Fusion Gate does is it allows me to turn my hand. Like, the #1 reason that Rescue Rabbit sucks is because when you draw this card or when you draw Saber Swords, it's like you have to wait a turn, normal summon it, hope you draw another one, and then it slows down the game a lot.
Right.
And now if I have this in my hand and any of my 6 heroes, so any of these, including the 3 Shy Place, right? So I have Fusion Gate up, I activate Fusion Gate, this normally dead Kabazals becomes instantly live in the form of any of the elemental hero fusions. And the best part is that since the monsters get removed from play, when I go into the Shining, I can just get them back, the hero monsters, and then I can just do it again. Like a lot of the times, and I'll explain some of the combos of the deck. But you go Shining and then it's ridiculous. So I have the Forbidden set, the Staples. Okay, yeah. So the 3 Fusion Gate and the 3 Miracles. Yeah, that's that. And then for the traps, I just have 2 Torrential, 2 Warning. So yeah, the basic idea of the deck is to open with Rescue Rabbit or Fusion Gate, or I could open up with Tour Guide or Stratos. So what happens is turn 1, I'll go either Rescue Rabbit into the 2 Kabazals, right? And that lets me go into should I do a side deck first? Right, sure. Yeah, and then gives me access into Logia. Or if I have Fusion Gate, instead of going into the Kabazals, I can go into Sparkman, activate Fusion Gate,
And go into the Shine.
right, exactly.
Right.
Remove these 2, and then when he dies, I get these 2 back, and I can do it all over again.
Yeah.
So you really have to have a good way of getting this and this to get rid of it. This deck has amazing late game plays. I am fully convinced that this deck has the best late game out of all decks, mainly because of 3 Miracle Fusion, the Tour Guides. Like, what happens is that I'll use, early game, I'll probably use the Rabbits or the Stratos or the Fusion Gate combos to, get rid of their resources, make it top decking, and that's when this card shines. I mean, in my tournament, I played 8 Inzectors, and so it was obviously that's why I run cards like Veiler.
Right.
Instead of Max C, especially because when I have Fusion Gate up, Veiler helps me go into the Shining, and that's huge. It's just a big beater. In my feature match in round 9, I was playing against Dragons, and I had 5 heroes removed. My Shining was at 4100 attack, and there was nothing he had that could get over it. But he had to Darkhold to get rid of it. Other combos that I like. This card is notable. I don't know if I like this card or not, but there are several circumstances when today I basically attacked and just started blowing up back rows. I don't know if you know what this card does.
I'm well aware it does.
Yeah, and beyond that, it's also I can search it with Stratos, and that lets me go into one of my 2 Absolute Zeros, and that's huge against Insectors and a lot of decks because. I mean, Absolute Zero is very hard to get rid of. In my feature match, I attacked into his Light Pulsar Dragon with my Absolute Zero and cleared his field of like four monsters, and it was like I was ecstatic about that.
All right, let's go to the side deck.
Yeah, sure. The side deck, we have 2 Snowman Eaters, Dinos, Rabbits, Heroes, generic. Sometimes against windups, I did side it against windups. Crow, Insectors, Dark Corals, same. Since I'm only running 4 traps, Decree is it's really good against like heroes. Just in case, 2 Super Polys, and then 3 MSTs for just like random removal. A lot of the time, what I'll do is I'll side out of the fusion gates game 2 and 3 and replace them with this and Super Poly. And then for the extra deck, I have 2 Absolute Zero. I have 3 Shining. Crucial that you have 3. 3 is very important. You go through these very fast. I have 1 Gaia, so that in case I draw a dead Rescue Rabbits. And then 1 Nova Master for the Super Poly. And I had mine signed by a couple friends. Freak Seeds. Agia. Golka. Best cards in the game. Utopia and Blade Arbor Ninja. Blade Arbor Ninja is another reason this deck is really, really good. Because you can attack for 4,400 damage, and then they're on a clock. And then for the rest of the staples, Acid Golem, Leviathan, Zenmains, and Levier. And to be honest, I want to take this card out. I don't like Acid Golem. But yeah, that's just the deck as a whole.
He's a nice Absolute Zero target.
That is true. But with since I can search Ice Edge and I have Leviathan too, he's kind of redundant. Especially because this deck is very, very cramped on extra deck space.
Right.
So, I mean, Shining does what this card does. Just be a big beater. And it doesn't, the negative effects, I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Got a question about your deck, right?
Sure.
A couple of tech cards that I had an idea. How'd you feel about Bubble Man in it?
Okay, so the reason I don't like Bubble Man is because I don't want to commit my hand to the field, especially because I have like Fusion Gate up. I want to keep cards in my hand. Bubble Man isn't good because it's like there are no times where I actually want to use its effect. I mean, that's just the main reason why. Like, I want to have monsters that I can like constantly be using. Like Ice Edge, especially, is versatile because it can pop back rows. Bubble Man is strictly if you're going for that, that 4,400 attack damage. That's not what this deck is supposed to do.
All right. Okay. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for the deck profile.
No problem.